All right, so we've got Lisa Waterslane back in the studio. She comes each week with this garden segment, just getting a different perspective. What are you seeing in the garden center or in your own gardens? What have you been talking about? Just sharing a new garden concept. So it's not just all about what's in my head. The more gardeners you have in a garden, the better, I find. Welcome, Lisa.
Thank you.
So how are your gardens, little girl?
My gardens are
They
beautiful,
sure are. Oh my gosh.
but I gotta tell you, so I've been staying at my dad's house. Just long story, but I was taking little schnauzers walking through some of the neighborhoods, and my goodness, people, you need to get out into your yard and you need to do something. Some of it, the two things I noticed that really trash a house, really bring it down. Number one, weeds.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, cut those weeds down. They're too tall. They just make it look run down and old. And the second one was something dead in your yard,
Yeah.
whether,
That's bad.
shrub, tree, whatever. It's just dead. It's been dead. And you keep thinking, I should cut that down, but you don't.
Or it might come back.
Right. It's
It ain't
not.
gonna come back at
Yeah.
this late date. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So, and I get it. People are busy. They have things to do, but I really encourage people to go stand in front of your house for
Yeah.
like 5 minutes and just take a look at it. Because there's so few things. I mean, you could couple of little things and it would just look like a new house.
A mum at the front door and a pumpkin is a
yeah.
game changer. That's all
Right.
it takes. Doesn't take very much
Yeah,
to really decorate and dress things up.
Yeah. So that's my little soapbox today before
Oh, you don't get on that soapbox as often as I do. Welcome up here.
because it'll make your house prettier, you'll feel better, your
Yep.
neighborhood looks better. It's just nicer. So on that vein, so we did get some it's that season. Pansies, violas are here. I love pansies and violas. Oh my goodness, tough little plants that take the cold weather and just keep going. One of the real pretty ones we got in is called Radiance Red. So it's kind of a burgundy red, but it has a yellow center to it. So it really contrasts really nicely. Very pretty.
You need to bring these in. This isn't just the radio show. This is also video vlog.
I'm not used to that.
Signals AZ picks it up.
I
Prescott
know.
E-News. So that people can see it on the screen. It's
I'm
right there.
Sorry.
Okay. Next time, folks, we'll try to get better.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's also a Radiance Violet, which is the same thing. So it's kind of purpley on the edge and yellow in the center.
Yeah.
Just really, really pretty. Johnny Jump Ups, which are my favorite little violet. They have the two colors on them.
Yeah.
Frequently reseed, and you see little ones coming
little monkey face on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really cute. So we have those in as well. We also got some stock in, which is
that's so fragrant.
a horrible name for a beautiful, very fragrant annual plant. And it's just, I love it by the front door or where you're sitting, because the days are getting to where we can sit outside again, not so hot. And they fill the air with the fragrance. Very, very pretty. I love the stock. So, and then we also got some Frizzle Sizzle pansies in, and that's that little ruffled edged one. Yeah. So, Snapdragons, Dusty Miller, Alyssum, all that wonderful stuff.
Now, these are all things you can plant. We haven't had these through the summer because they don't like the heat.
Right.
They like to be planted now and they'll bloom. This is hard for our Midwest folks. They're thinking, well, it'll get too cold. It doesn't get that cold here, and it doesn't get that hot in the summer. We're kind of the perfect place. Yeah. You plant them now and they last almost indefinitely through winter, next spring.
My parents still have some pots with pansies in them. They're under a tree where they're a little shaded.
Yeah.
But I was like, holy cow, those have done well. Yeah. So great plants to look at. Also, we got some new grasses in, and these are bold and beautiful grasses. Brand new. We got one that's called the Redhead. It's a pinnacetum, so it's more like a fountain grass kind of thing.
Shorter. Yeah, maybe hip high or so. Not
I
quite
think
that
3
much.
feet is its max. Yeah. But they got the plumes on them. They're gorgeous. They're absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Good one to mix with it is the Blond Ambition. So you've got a redhead and a blonde out in the yard. So
that's the native one here. That grows wild here.
And it is really pretty. Yeah. Puts on that little inch or so long little bright yellow plume on it.
Looks like little butterflies or something floating, hovering above the foliage, which is quite striking when there's a little bit of breeze.
Right. And we got some more Karl Forester. We'd been out for a while, but Karl Forester is a terrific grass for here. One of the first ones to bloom. It's just has a nice kind of wheat looking plume to it. Very attractive. Great for going into fall with, to have those plumes
Karl
on there.
Forester, I think it's been the perennial of the year, like a decade ago, but it's looks so good that it's been noticed by gardeners for now a decade. It's just it's a perfect little grass, and it grows, it naturalizes here in this highland, mountain area of Arizona. It loves growing here.
So if you've been looking for ornamental grasses,
now's the time.
Now's the time to be out shopping those. We got some other new stuff in that's really cool. We got a new ground covered juniper. It's called Guernsey Green.
It's a terrible name.
It's a horrible name.
So the listeners haven't checked out yet. So just kind of tell us about Guernsey Green.
Well, it's kind of a real pretty kind of sagey green. It's not the dark green. It's not blue. It's kind of right in between. Gets about 3 inches tall, but it'll spread 5 to 10 feet.
Yeah, nice.
Just a real pretty. Came from eastern Wyoming.
Perfect.
So it is a tough little nut.
Yeah.
And once it's established, it's going to be very, very drought hardy. Animal disease resistant. So if you've got some areas you want to cover, that would be perfect to go through.
I've heard that the Guernsey Green, that's one of the few junipers that will actually grow well in the shade as well as the sun. It's really versatile. Yeah. We're talking to the breeders and different growers of it. Yeah,
I did not know that. Good to know. We got some new Moonglow Junipers in. So those are the tall, upright ones, kind of a grayish tone, gray blue tone to them. They're going to get about 20 feet tall, about 8 feet wide. So similar in color to the Wichita blue, I would say, but they get bigger than the Wichita blue. So, and they're pretty.
Go with that one. Privacy. The upright junipers, they're methodical. They grow consistently. And once they're filled in, they live forever. They're going to outlive you and I. If they're cared for even remotely, they're going to outlive you and I.
Let's hope. Then we got some smaller sizes of the blue ice Arizona cypress. So we've had some big ones. We were out hunting for smaller sizes for people, and so I think we've got 6-gallon and 10-gallon somewhere in there. But another one that's just really, I love the color of the blue ice. Yeah. It's just so pretty, and it doesn't get as big as the standard, but still a nice size. Would make a good screen. And definitely a pretty tree for out in the yard.
A native. Just again, get it up to size you want. Cut it off with care, and it'll take care of itself. Just a bulletproof kind of plant. Good screening, windbreak, that kind of stuff. I believe the icy blue. Some of the dwarf ones. Dwarf is all relative. Still gets up to 18 feet tall, whereas the standard gets up 20, 25 feet tall. So good tree.
And then we got some tiger eye sumacs, which going into fall, oh my gosh, you got to have a tiger eye sumac. They are beautiful. We have one in our backyard.
Yep.
And it's just stunning every fall. I love it. And there again, that's another one. Get it established. You don't have to water that tree.
We don't watered ours in years. They dwarf a little bit when you do that. These are standing. Got to be 3 feet tall. This is the prettiest crop of sumacs I've seen.
Gorgeous.
But sumac, they grow wild, so they're native. So generally, I'll put them on a drip system, get them up to size, get them rooted, and then once they're the size that we want, we just tape back that drip irrigation, and it never gets watered again, and it just grows and grows. But it's famous for its fall color. It's a bright gold. It's got green with the gold center, thus tiger eye, sumac, and then it turns orange in the fall of the year. Spectacular, just stunning.
Yeah. And we did get some more. We're starting to get more of our conifers in. Yeah.
Evergreens are here.
So evergreens, the little baby blue ice spruce. We got some Vanderwolfs.
Vanderwolfs, finally. People have been clamoring for those. Do we have any big ones coming?
We do in October. Okay, so a little early for those, but we have some smaller Vanderwolfs in. And that's we always call it the teddy bear tree because you want to go hug it because it looks so soft.
Lots of new things. The fall crops, we've unloaded several semis this week. The whole garden center has been transformed.
It has.
With the fall and winter crops. Looks like more is to come, but thank you, Lisa. Yep. Ken and Lisa Lane, the mountain gardeners, and what you can plant in your yard this fall as well. Be right back after this.